Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the weekly Monday live stream out here in Silverthorne, Colorado. This is actually probably going to be the last live stream in Colorado, or at least at this house. I'm just chilling on the roof of my house right now, if you can't tell, out here in Silverthorne. If you guys have been watching the channel, checking out the live streams, I'm going to be moving up to Whistler. And then before that, we have that trip to New Zealand and Australia coming up. So, I'll be out of here next Sunday. It's pretty exciting. But anyways, if you guys have any questions related to snowboarding, snowboard gear, anything like that, I'm gonna try to answer as many questions as I can for you guys today. So go ahead, start dropping those questions for me. If you have a question that's really important, you want to make sure that it gets answered, or you just want to help to support the channel, you can always do a super chat. Definitely appreciate that. Great way to donate and support to the channel. And also, if you want to let us know where in the world you're joining us from, we have such an awesome community here up on Snowboard Pro Camp. It's always nice to know where in the world you guys are at. And yeah, I actually have one more video from the Woodward Copper trip going up later this evening after the live stream. So stay tuned for that. And then just going to be trying to get ready, get everything going to get out of Colorado. Maybe another video or two throughout the week. See, we already got a bunch of people here, over 50 people. Thank you guys all for being here in the middle of the summer. I appreciate it. It's the end of July right now. You guys are awesome. We got Loose for Morningstar. I believe you said your name was John. Said you got surgery on Wednesday. Oh man. Has man, I'm sorry to hear that, John. Hopefully everything all goes better, man. Hopefully the surgery went well and you'll be feeling better in no time. Rob Gams, how's it going, man? We got Yannick in Motion SLB. Good to see you guys. Oh man, Yannick with ligament damage on the shoulder. Dang. Sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully y'all's trip over to Landgraf was awesome. Can't wait to hear more about that. And we got Brinks on the live chat asking what I think about the new LibTech Orca and when the black stickers are going to be available. Thanks from Italy. Awesome. Thanks for hopping on all the way from Italy, man. You know, I've heard about the Orca, but I don't know a whole lot about it. So I can't really speak on it, unfortunately, man. But I actually did just get a new shipment of stickers in. So if any of you guys are looking to grab some stickers, we got free worldwide shipping going on with those guys. I'm going to update the website this evening. Got some new merch as well, some new t-shirts and stuff. So if any of you guys are looking to check that out, I got a link in the description for you. Yeah, just give me a little bit of time after the live stream. We are going to be going live on Patreon, so if you guys want to hang out over there after this live stream, it's a little bit quieter, less people. Definitely we'll get your question answered over there. So that'll be just right after this, and then after that I'll get those stickers updated and get that video uploaded for you guys. So still a lot to do today. But yeah, man, that would be awesome if you snagged a sticker, man. I appreciate it. Cody Almer, what's up, man? Good to see you. Oh, Mr. Apollo, your trip is gonna get crazy quick. Got a nice little conversation going on in the comments here. Always like to see that. We got Justin Vasey on the live stream. What's up, Justin? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for hopping on here today. Skater for Life Surfer Dude asking, what is good starting gear? Yeah, man, there's a lot of great entry-level gear out there. Just a quick setup. It comes off the top of the head. Maybe check out the Arbor Formula Union Flight Pro bindings and 32 lashed boots. All going to come in at a really solid price point, very functional. And not going to make it difficult to learn on. It's not too aggressive. Eddie Cruz from Jersey, what's up, man? Lauren on the live chat today. Leslie for Life, Vince Powell Newman, what's going on, guys? Got Stuart Green hopping on from Buckingham, England. Awesome. Kyle Dolster from Philly. Dieter asked, saying he's looking for some new goggles and would like to know which are the best because there's so much choice. Yeah, there's a lot of great goggles out there. Personally, I really like Oakley goggles. The Oakley Flight Decks are my go-to right now. If you like those big spherical style goggles, check those out. I also really like Dragon goggles. The Dragon NFX is my go-to for cylindrical or like the flat style lens. And the Dragons are going to come with a bonus lens, whereas the Oakleys are not. So that's something to consider as well. We got Vlad from the Ukraine. FEA, so you're moving. Yeah, that's the plan, at least right now for the winter, and then we'll kind of see how it progresses from there. I may be back in Colorado around April. It's hard to leave Colorado. I really do love this place. It's got a lot to offer, a lot of great things going on, but yes, I will be based out of Whistler this winter. It's pretty exciting. Justin Vasey. TJ, thanks for helping Rebecca with the snowboard gift decision. Loving that T-Rice Pro. Perfect complement to the flagship and Storm Chaser. Heck yeah, man. No worries. Yeah, it was awesome to see Rebecca on here. Give her my regards, man. And I hope you enjoy all those boards. It sounds like you got a pretty sick quiver going on for next season. Paulo Ferreira from New Jersey, asking if we're going to be, or if we're planning on doing a East Coast U.S. trip this year. Potentially, we might be. I would like to go up to Vermont and ride some of those resorts. I've been trying to drag Kevin down to North Carolina, where I'm from originally. Learned how to snowboard down there for a while as well. So maybe we'll see. Shout out Leslie for life. Good to see you here. Let's see. Party Quackus, what's up, man? Aaron Nava, hey TJ, is the jump from the TM2 to the TM3 worth it? You know what, man? I actually, I just tried on my old TM2s this morning, ironically. So as you guys know, I've been riding the TM3s all this last year. Got well over 100 days on the TM3s. They're pretty much done. So I'm actually going to be riding TM2s again for this New Zealand Australia trip, so maybe I can give some better feedback once I actually get those on snow again. But from what I felt this morning just trying them on, the TM2 is definitely stiffer than the TM3, and I actually think that that's something I'm going to like, just to have more stability and support for my ankle that I broke a few years ago. But the TM3s are some of the most comfortable boots I've ever had. I really enjoyed them. So if you're looking for a great combination of functionality and technology and comfort, without being too aggressive, the TM3 is definitely a great way to go. Definitely recommend that boot. Bruh, sweet. Thanks, man. That would be awesome. Ooh, we got a gust of wind coming in pretty heavy right now. My hat's about to... Woo! Hopefully that mic is doing its job all right. David Button asking if we're shredding any other resorts in New Zealand or just Wanaka. Yeah, we're going to be at Cardrona the whole time in New Zealand. So if any of you guys are going to be down there at Cardrona, definitely hit us up. We'd love to meet up with you and maybe catch a lap if we can. Wykern, what do you think about the Capita DOA 2019? Will it excel more on jumps, butters, rails? Is it a freestyle all mountain board or an all mountain freestyle board, if you get what I mean? Yeah, so the DOA, so I get what you mean, flipping the words around, like is it more freestyle or more all mountain? And I would say the DOA is more freestyle. It works well as an all mountain solution as well, but it's definitely a freestyle snowboard at heart. And I would say it's probably going to excel more for jumps than butters and rails, but you can definitely still do, get some nice butters and presses going with that guy. The DOA is a lot of fun. One of my favorites, definitely I hope you checked out that review we just dropped last week on that guy. Hopefully you checked that one out. Stuart Green, thank you, man. Appreciate the kind words there. We got Rex asking, how do you feel about Mount Hood? Man, I love Mount Hood. I always enjoy going out there every summer. Been out there the last 3 summers in a row. Always a great time. If you can make it out there, I definitely would recommend it. It's quite a different experience from going to Woodward Copper. Copper is great. They have a lot of good things going for them as well. Just a couple things in particular that kind of stood out was they have the magic carpet versus the rope tow. It makes it a little bit easier, and there's like no line, so you just get a ton of laps in. And yeah, it's just a little bit of an easier process, but and I think Copper has a better indoor facility. But at Cascade and at Mount Hood, you got the concrete jungle, so that's pretty awesome for skateboarding and like off snow activities. And then it's just different being up on Mount Hood. It's I like that experience a lot as well. Kind of droned on that one for a minute, but I hope that helps you out, man. Def Knox, hey TJ, just a quick question. How do you work out the best stance width? Well, I would say start maybe at the reference stance on your snowboard, see how that feels, and then maybe either work your way in or out from there. I would just take, maybe set it up on the reference stance, take a lap, see how it feels, and then maybe bring it in or bring it out depending on how you feel. Maybe spend a day or half a day just kind of messing with your stance, and I think you'll be able to dial it in, man. Michael Bowman. And by the way, bro, I saw your Woodward video. You got some nice hair, bro. Show it off more. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I'm kind of torn between growing it out and chopping it all off right now. I'm leaning towards chopping it off pretty soon, but I don't know, man. I don't care too much about those things. Abstract Cap. Would you recommend a Scott Stevens Pro board? Yeah, the Scott Stevens is a lot of fun. It's really similar to the Capita Ultra Fear. I do have a review out on both of those boards, so maybe check those out. That might be able to help you out. But yeah, the Scott Stevens Pro is sick. Hadoken 808, thoughts on the Capita Outer Space Living? Yeah, the Outer Space Living is actually one of my favorite boards on the Capita line. Just straight up. It's I'm going to be riding it a lot this year, I think. It's definitely more of a jibby snowboard. Check out the review if you haven't. Definitely go into more detail in that video, but it's kind of like a jibby version of the DOA. It's got that camber profile going into flat, camber going 5 centimeters out past the insert packs, but it's just more pressable, buttery, jibby, really fun snowboard. I like that one a lot. Cozy Attic just picked up the 1718 Black Snowboard of Death for his trip to Whistler this year. What union bindings would you recommend for an all-mountain setup? Yeah, man, the BSOD is a pretty aggressive snowboard. It can be really fun for carving, going really fast, that type of stuff. So for more all-mountain, I'd probably put you on the Atlas. I think would be a really good choice. If you feel like you need more than that, you could even maybe check out the Falcor. You could go, if you wanted to, you could go for the most aggressive bindings on that board, and it would pair pretty well. But I'd probably go for the Atlas. Rob Gams, hey TJ, you owe us an extra live chat for missing last Monday. JK. I know, man, I'm sorry about that, guys. It actually was storming in Denver that day, and I was taking Kevin to the airport. That's no excuse. I probably should have gone live on Tuesday, so I apologize about that, guys. But we'll keep it rolling, moving forward. Been pretty busy trying to get ready for this move as well. TJ, keep the long hair. Chris just cut his, and we need to fulfill the quota of at least one long-haired SPC dude. True, I'll take that into consideration. My hair gets wild when it starts to get longer, though. It's just big and curly. We'll see, man. But that's true. That's crazy. Chris just cut his hair. Even though he cut it, it's probably about as long as mine, I think. He had some long hair before. Abstract Cap, would you recommend the Ride Rodeo aluminum bindings? They're a solid binding. I actually did ride that exact binding for a full season. I ended up breaking the chassis, which is fine. They'll send you a new pair. They got good warranty, or they'll send you a new base plate. but I do prefer Union over Ride. Wayne McKenzie, I don't think I answered your question, man. I'll keep an eye out for it and see if I can catch it next time. Cameron Hall, question: how do you commit to doing spin tricks? So, Cameron, I would say if you can practice on a trampoline or somehow get some air awareness down, that helps a lot. But it's just kind of, being, knowing that you have that groundwork done and then just going for it that first time. After you get that first time out of the way, it's way less scary and easier to commit. And when you're going for spins, bigger than a 180, it's all about keeping that head turned and looking in the direction of your rotation to keep that spin going. And let's see here. We did get a couple of super chats that came through here. Thank you guys. We got Snowboard Life. Thanks for the super chat, man. What is the best place to live, Colorado or Whistler? Well, I guess if you're an American citizen, it's probably going to be way easier to live in Colorado. To live in Whistler for an extended period of time, like longer than a few months, you got to do a lot of paperwork and get approved for a lot of stuff. But they're both great. Colorado has a lot to offer. I think Colorado has a little bit more variety, just because there's so many mountains all located within this valley in Summit County here. But Whistler is really unique as well, and is a special place to check out. And they do have Whistler and Whistler Blackcomb, so it's a pretty expansive area to check out as well. So that'd be my 2 cents. I think I'll probably be back in Colorado at some point. I really do love it here, but I've never lived in Whistler, so I'm excited to see how that goes. Wayne McKenzie with the super chat. Okay, now I see you, Wayne. Goliath or Beast? I'm charging intermediate. I'm not familiar with the Beast. Is that another battalion snowboard? I know the Goliath is a battalion. That one, honestly, if you're at the intermediate level, it might be a little too aggressive, man. The Goliath is pretty stiff. It's got some serious camber going on with it, and yeah, it's kind of aggressive. So that'd be my 2 cents on that. If you do want something that's like, a little bit more burly and versatile without going quite to that level, you could check out something like the Battalion whatever, or even the Evil Twin, a little bit closer to that medium flex. NH Film, hey man, whereabout are you and Kev heading to in Australia later this year? So we will be in Melbourne. I don't even know how to say that properly. And the names in Australia are crazy. There's the place we're staying is called like Jindabyne or something. It's so hard to remember the names. Melbourne's pretty easy though. But yeah, we'll be in Melbourne for a bit, and then we'll be up at Perisher, staying in Jindabyne for the rest of the time there. Wayne McKenzie, yeah, no problem, dude. Hopefully, yeah, I hope that helps. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. Matt Wynia, what are your thoughts on the Gilson Soft Edge? Yeah, I have tried the Gilson Soft Edge. It's interesting. I honestly thought it was a little bit weird. It was kind of like really loose and then really locked in when you were carving. And it wasn't super easy to butter with because, I rode a lot of Battalion last year, and going from, I don't even think that has too much to do with it. Just trying to do butters the way I normally do on the Gilson Soft Edge, I found the edge actually catching. I kind of had to change my strategy and technique to really get those butters good on that board. But yeah, it's interesting. I think that soft edge base kind of makes the board a little heavier as well, but I'll need to spend some more time on it for sure. Ramon Mendoza Nunez, can you explain Evo blem boards? Thanks. Yeah, so basically a blem board or a blemished board is basically something that has like a scuff on the top sheet. It could be like a little chip on the top sheet, or maybe just a little bit of a delam or something, that you could fix with a quick epoxy. It's basically something that's cosmetic damage. The board is still completely functional. It's going to ride like new, but it has something cosmetically wrong with it. So it's a great way to get a good deal on a brand new snowboard, essentially. Snowboard Life with another super chat. Thank you, man. How far is Keystone from your house? So from this house, Keystone, if I leave the driveway, is about 15 minutes. Really, really close. Just right down the road. We got Nick from Florida. What's up, man? And Lucifer Morningstar. John, thank you for the super chat, man. Thanks for the kind words. I appreciate you, and you remembered my name. Definitely. Yeah, once I see it in writing, it's way easier for me to remember. Have you looked at the Strata bindings? They are 20 pounds cheaper than the Atlas, and they are tours. I've looked at them. I haven't tried them out yet, but I am going to be trying out the Stratas this season, so I definitely will be giving you guys some more feedback on those bindings. Pretty excited to try them. Yeah, Riley over at Union was saying a lot of good things about them, and so yeah, I'm excited to try them out and kind of see how they fall in the line. That's cool. They're cheaper than the Atlas. I think they're going to be a little more flexy than the Atlas as well, so that kind of makes sense. But yeah, John, hope everything, hope for the best outcome for you, man. Kyle Dolster, if you could only ride at one resort, what would it be? Oh boy, I don't know, man. That's a really tough one. Probably somewhere in Europe. I'm tempted to say Keystone because I love that place, but I think honestly like Locks or St. Anton would be really cool. Probably Locks, however you say it. Bruce Lafferty, what's up, man? Last hour at work in North Carolina. Heck yeah, man. Enjoy your evening. Thanks for hopping on the live stream. Michael W. Been riding the Outer Space Living, but looked at the Capita Mercury. What are your thoughts on the Mercury compared to the Outer Space Living? Oop, got a big gust coming in right now, guys. The mic does a good job, but I'm pretty sure that's like, that gust maxed it out. I don't know if you'd be able to hear me if I was trying to talk over that. All right, so the Outer Space Living and the Mercury are very, very different. The Mercury is significantly stiffer, and it's also going to have a much more directional tech going on in it. So I would say if you're looking to add something that's more free ride, carving, powder, all mountain style, the Mercury is going to be a great choice. You can definitely still ride park with the Mercury. It's pretty freestyle friendly for that style of snowboard, but by no means is it a freestyle board, I wouldn't say. If you're comparing it to the OSL, they're very different. Wilburley checking in from Seattle. Heck yeah, man. Thanks for hopping on. Hope you're doing well. Monsieur Paul, I'm just going to call you Monsieur. Best place in the world for snowboarding in the summer. I really want to check out some of the places in Europe. They look like they have a really cool operations going on out there, but I think I got to say Mount Hood, man, for North America. Mount Hood is the spot, in my opinion. Narav, Lax, yeah, dog. Such good times out there. We got to get out there again, man. Spend more than 3 days out there. Rob Gams just picked up the 1718 cartels for the Rosignol Sushi. Thoughts on that setup? Also ride 32 lashed double boa. Oh, sick, man. Got the double boa going on. Yeah, if I ever switch to a boa boot, I'm going to do the double boa. Yeah, I think that those bindings are going to pair well with the Sushi, man. The Sushi is sick. I actually was talking to someone else recently who grabbed the Sushi and was really stoked on it. So that's sick, man. I hope you have fun. Definitely, obviously, ride that thing in powder if you get the chance, but take it on a groomer too. I think you'll be surprised how much fun it is for carving and stuff. Andre Baller 10. I want to start snowboarding. What board would you prefer for starters? I would say the Arbor Formula is one of my favorites. Comes in at a great price point. They offer it in rocker and camber. I also really like the Battalion Fun Kink. If you're looking for like a camber option that's soft flexing but still like really catch free. If you're gonna be riding a lot, you know, you're committed, the Battalion's a good way to go. So yeah, the Fun Kink or the Global Warmer, or even something like the what is it called now? The Solomon. I can't believe I can't remember the name of the board. It's the one that, oh, the Huck Knife. Yeah, the Solomon Huck Knife or the Yes the Great, something that's like softer flexing with a cam rock profile could be good as well. So I would check all those guys out, man. Aiden, will you be at Mount Hood Meadows at all this upcoming season? Would like to meet you guys. I'm not sure that we will this winter. I've always wanted to ride Mount Hood in the winter, and I've heard Meadows is the place to go, so definitely we'll keep you posted if we head down there, but no plans as of yet. Alan, hey TJ, what boards are you bringing to New Zealand? So still figuring that out. I still have another week to figure that out, but I'm gonna bring the Outer Space Living. I'm probably gonna bring the Westmark Camber as well, and then I'll bring 3 boards. So we'll leave it at that for now. I really wanted to bring the Ride Twin Pig, but I'm not able to get my hands on it yet. Snowboard life. What's the price range for a house that close to Keystone? I'm no expert. You can hit up Bo if you have any real estate questions. But I think this house sold about a year ago for over $500,000. So, yeah, it's not cheap. Kyle Dulcer, what's the hardest trick you've ever done? Oh man, I don't know, man. There's a lot of tricks that are pretty tricky. Probably, I don't know, dude. Maybe like, I think like a hard way front 270 onto a rail. That one's always been really hard for me. Landing, because you kind of land in a switch front board, so that one's pretty tricky. And then there's always the crowd pleasers, you know, like rodeos and backflips and stuff, but those actually aren't too difficult. They're just kind of scary. I guess it depends what you think is difficult a little bit, doesn't it? Timothy Miller, thoughts on the Union Contact bindings? Yeah, I like the Contact a lot. I'm actually going to be riding the Contacts while I'm down in Australia and New Zealand. Great freestyle binding, flexy, surfy, but still pretty versatile. Check out the Union binding comparison video. I talk about the Contact versus, you know, the Atlas and the Force in that video if you haven't seen that one yet. Michael Bowman, have a great day, man. Thank you for hopping on. Thank you for all the kind words. Good to see you, man. Have a great rest of your day. Monkey Watermelon, is the Burton Step-On good for mountain and freestyle? Yeah, I mean, I pretty much just rode a little bit of park when I was on. Well, actually, no, I took the Step-Ons on all mountain as well. You know, check out we've talked about this a lot, man. Check out, there's 2 videos on the channel talking about the Burton Step-Ons, and then there's also a video on the Board Archive YouTube talking about their biggest disadvantages. So, you know, when I do recall the day that I took it kind of like for free riding all mountain stuff, I was in the Photons, and I was getting that crazy hot spot on my pinky toes, and I wasn't the biggest fan. I would definitely rock softer boots if I was to get the Step-Ons, but I think that they're just going to get better over time, and we'll have to try them out again as they continue to improve that product. Narav, man, dude, if we can make it happen, I want to go back. We'll talk more off the live stream. Vito Capola, what's your opinion on the 2019 GNU Headspace? I haven't ridden the 19 version, but I actually owned the 16-17 version. Spent, you know, over 30 days on it. Really like that snowboard a lot, man. I think for like a kind of jibby freestyle all mountain snowboard. It's great. The reason I say that it could be used for all mountain as well, even though it does have a flex on the softer side of medium, is that you get the magnet traction on it. You got that ASIM side cut that's fun for carving, and it's not super noodly. It's on the softer side of medium, but it's not like really soft. So the headspace is great. Still really, really fun for, you know, doing bigger things, and you can still get some good presses out of it. So check out the review video on it. It's one of my favorite reviews that I've done. If you haven't seen it, it's a pretty fun video. Nick, best board for aggressive intermediate. I'd probably be looking at like more mid-flex snowboards, you know, maybe something like the Westmark Camber, something like the Battalion Evil Twin, Capita DOA, Solomon Ultimate Ride, stuff like that. I wouldn't go too crazy with it, but if you want something really aggressive, you could check out the No Bad Day Ambition, but I think that might be a little too much, man. It's honestly like too much for me. Hunter Jennings has the Capita DOA. Wondering if the Union Falcor would be a good binding with the DOA. Yeah, man, I think if you're going to be using the DOA as more of an all-mountain board and just kind of dipping in the park, sometimes it could be a good option. But if you're riding a lot of park, which honestly, if you're getting the DOA, I would recommend, you know, taking it into the park. It's really fun in there. I'd probably go for a step down and go for the Atlas. Aiden, is it okay to ride in a skate helmet? Yep, totally is. But just, you know, like as with all helmets, if you've taken an impact, you probably want to replace the helmet. If that, you know, you can try to check and see if that foam is cracked. If it's cracked at all, definitely get a new helmet. But if it hasn't taken any impacts, you should be fine. Kyle, will you hit the pro jump line in New Zealand? Yes, I will. I'm gonna start hitting all the big stuff in the videos. I think that's a kind of a decision I made recently. Just gonna go for it. No holding back, but gotta stay healthy though. We'll do like a method or something. Keep it mellow while going large. George Ventriglia, hey TJ, just bought the Twin Pig and I'm so stoked on it. I'll be in Queenstown from the 19th until the 22nd. It would be awesome to catch up. Dude, that's awesome, man. Yeah, we will be around. So definitely keep in touch. Would love to meet up with you out there. You know, if not in Queenstown, then at Cardrona, maybe both. But yeah, that'd be great, man. And I'm stoked you got the Twin Pig. That thing is sick. I'm considering pre-ordering it right now just because I really want that board. Woo! Got another gust of wind coming through, guys. I'm gonna let this kind of pass through real quick. Let's check the super chats. Andre Salto with the super chat. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. No question. Just going for the super chat. Thank you. Jesse H. I'm an intermediate level rider looking to focus on improving my rail riding next season. Any suggestions on a board? Thinking something 3BT maybe. Yeah, honestly, I think 3BT helps more on jumps than on rails because, you know, the middle of the board where you're sliding a lot of the time, most of the time on rails, doesn't have any 3BT to it, but definitely helps a lot on jumps. The biggest thing I would say if you're going to be trying to improve your rail riding is get something with a softer flex. You know, something like a 3 or a 4 out of 10. Definitely the softer side of medium. Some boards that come to mind are like the Huck Knife, the Battalion Disaster, a Global Warmer could be good options if you're going for 3BT. The Greats is another good option. The GNU Headspace. Definitely be looking at boards on the softer side of medium. And if you really want presses to be easier, you could even you could look at a rocker board if that's something that you're really interested in. Awesome, guys. Thank you guys for all the questions. Appreciate you guys all being here. Jonathan Hart, want to try a Bloody Dracula this coming season? Any tips to help? Yeah, man, I had trouble with it. I It's a weird grab. Like, even if I tried just like kind of laying on my stomach on the snow and trying to get the grab to kind of feel it out before I was in the air, just to kind of see what it felt like. Although grabs like that do tend to be easier while you're in the air for whatever reason. I would say grab with your dominant hand first, for me is my right hand, and then pull it towards your other hand behind your back, and that made it a little bit easier. But even on my best one, I didn't quite get both hands on the tip of the tail. My second hand, my left hand, was kind of on the side of the board still. So gonna keep trying to work on those. Definitely a really crazy grab, and probably one of the most, if not the most difficult one I've tried. It's real weird. Bilbo Swaggins. What's up, brother? What's a good lightweight jacket with a good shell that fits well? Well, do you mean like for your shell, like your actual outerwear, or for a mid layer? For mid layer, my go-to is the Arc'teryx Atom LT. Although, you know, Dakine, Burton, North Face, Patagonia, all those types of brands are gonna have other options of that as well, perhaps at a little bit of a lower price point. And as far as a shell goes, I mean, if it's a shell, you don't want it to be too lightweight. I would, you know, look at least 15, 20K, if not a Gore-Tex shell. You should probably have at least one Gore-Tex. But I'm a big fan of Volcom. You know, they have, along their line, they have something to kind of suit whatever style that you want. So that's my go-to right now. I'm probably gonna get a new Volcom jacket this year. Sick, guys. Michael W. Jones Mountain Twin or Capita Mercury for all mountain riding? Hope you come to Stowe this winter. Love to meet up with you guys. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, it'd be great to meet up. I would say for like all mountain carving, free riding type stuff, maybe getting in the trees, riding POW, I'd probably go for the Mercury. If you're a little more, you know, you're hitting natural features, side hits, maybe, you know, doing spins off drops and stuff like that, the Mountain Twin is probably going to serve you a little bit better. And the one big bonus that the Mountain Twin does have over the Capita Mercury is that magnet traction. So if you're going to be on ice or like, you know, maybe really variable terrain a lot of the time, maybe consider that as well. Imperial Sludge, what's up, man? Back again. Ramon Mendoza, after riding the 154 War Pig, do you think the 151 available this season would be a funner ride for you? No, I think if I was, actually I'd have to look up the specs on the 151. If it has the same waist width at 27 centimeters, then maybe I would consider it. The 154 was pretty stiff, but honestly, I didn't think it was overly aggressive. I enjoyed it. I felt like I could handle it well. It had lots of stability, was really fun for carving. And, ooh, sorry about this wind, guys. Maybe the roof wasn't the best idea. But that waist width just made it so much fun for carving, and then it had plenty of stability to ride all the way through those higher momentum turns. So, but maybe if it had that 27 centimeter waist. I know that the Twin Pig isn't quite that wide at the 151, but trade-offs, you know. Jordan Cruz, how hot is it there? It's not too hot today. I'd say, I haven't checked the weather, but it's probably in the 70s. RSA Productions, where will you be snowboarding in New Zealand? We'll be at Cardrona in New Zealand. Carrie Pierce, hey, what's up, Carrie? Good to see you. I hope you've been well. Hey, TJ, will you be trying out the Remarkables and Coronet Peak on your New Zealand trip? I'm not sure, Carrie. Maybe right now the plan is to just ride Cardrona the whole time, but we will have our own mode of transportation, so we could kind of go wherever we want. So there's a chance that maybe we'll switch things up and check out some other places, but for right now, I think the plan is to stick to Cardrona. It's a 265 for the 151. Ooh, that's still pretty wide. You know, I have a 9.5 boot, so that could work out pretty well, but I still think I'd probably go 154 on the War Pig. 51 on the Twin Pig, 54 on the War Pig. I think that'd be my preference. TJ, what boots do you think I should get? I'm an intermediate rider just getting into the park. I would get the 32 lashed. That's what I would look at. You know, something like if you want a BOA boot, something like the K2 Macis or Ride Lasso could be a good option as well, but I would probably ride the lashed. Awesome, guys. Thank you guys for all the great questions. Just any of you guys that are joining late, just want you to know I'm out here in Silverthorne up on the roof out here in Colorado today. We're going to be doing another live stream on Patreon right after this, so I got a link in the description if you want to check that out and come hang out and you know, a little bit more kind of direct conversation going on there. And got the stickers going up today, so if any of you guys have been waiting for stickers, we're going to have black and white stickers available, and we got some new t-shirts and stuff as well. I'd be super stoked if you guys check that out. And thanks again for all of you guys for being here. RSA Productions, where do you think the Evil Twin performs the best? I think the Evil Twin is a really good jump board. It's really, really fun for jumps. Still a lot of fun on rails, but definitely I think it's more suited for freestyle type stuff. Jordan Cruz asking, hold on guys, one sec. Just had to get rid of someone here. So Jordan asking, what board should I get for just starting snowboarding? Talked about this a little bit earlier. Some good choices to check out are the Arbor Formula. That comes in a rocker and a camber version. I like the Battalion Fun Kink and Global Warmer. And you know, something like maybe the Solomon Huck Knife or Yes the Great, something with like a softer side of medium flex that has a camrock profile could be good as well. Alan, boo, no double XL shirts. I think there's some that are available in double XL. The new ones should be available in 2XL. I'll go through and make sure all the ones that I can offer in that size do have it available. Sorry if the one you want doesn't have that set up currently. Justin Vasey, TJ, any recommendations for a volume shifted swallowtail camber board? I was eyeing the Simple Pleasures, but any recs are appreciated. Man, that's highly specific, Justin. Volume shifted, swallowtail, and camber. The K2 Cool Bean comes to mind, but that's flat. I don't know that I can think of any volume shifted with a swallowtail off the top of my head, man, that has a camber profile. I'll have to look into that, dude. Honestly, there's probably only a handful out there, so I would just see what's out there and see what appeals to you the most. But that sounds like a really fun board, that's for certain. Snowboard Life, take care, man. Good to see you as well. Thanks for being here. Rob Gams, yeah, the sushi. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, the sushi could be a good option. I guess, yeah, it's super wide. I guess you could consider it volume shifted. Gabriel, hey, from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Sweet, man. Good to see you. Henry, will you go to Latvia's snow park? Maybe one day. Probably not this season though. That sounds like it would be quite the trip to get out there. But hopefully we can get out to some more countries out that way. Awesome, guys. Josue from Daly City. Good to see you. Rob Gams, what's the best softness of gummy stone to remove rust and edge burrs, and the best method to use it? Oh man, that sun just kind of got my eyes a little bit. Excuse me, guys, real quick. Gotta wipe my eyes for a sec. Woo! Sorry about that. So I think it's the medium or the soft. It's the red one. The red or pink one is the one I normally use. The gray one could be good as well. Um, but yeah, you don't need the stiffest one, I wouldn't say. All of them are gonna do that for you, honestly. So I would maybe pick up a diamond stone as well. That can, if you're having trouble getting rid of any burrs, that will definitely get rid of them, and then you can just kind of go over with the gummy stone after and smooth it out. Colton S. just got back from Hood. Sick, man. Public park was pretty sad, but it felt great getting back on the snow. Definitely. I'm sorry to hear that about the public park, man. I felt like the public was pretty on point when I was there last time, but you know, as summer goes on, I'm sure it gets harder to maintain. But yeah, I'm glad you got on snow, man. Had a good time. Alan, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. New Zealand Meat Pie Fund. As a for video idea, film yourselves trying out Marmite slash Vegemite. Both are vegan friendly. Oh man, awesome! That is a good idea. Maybe we can do that live or something. That could be fun. Yeah, we'll have to try all the New Zealand, Australia foods. McSlacker124, how excited are you about New Zealand? Man, I'm so stoked. It hasn't fully hit me yet because, like, I'm essentially moving right before the trip, so I've just really been focused on all that and getting all that together properly. But I'm so stoked, man. Like, I've never been to that part of the world, New Zealand and Australia. It's gonna be so fun. I cannot wait to get down there. Awesome, guys. So, if you guys want to come hang out a little bit longer, we're going to be going live on Patreon. That's patreon.com/board archive. Kevin's is patreon.com/snowboardprocamp. Check us out on Instagram as well if you haven't. My handle is @boardarchive. Kevin's is @snowboardprocamp. And then come back on Friday. Kevin will be going live and get any questions you have for him answered. He's up in Whistler, so if you have any more Whistler specific questions, I know I saw a few of those today. Kevin is definitely the man to ask about those types of things. And yeah, I hope to see some of you guys over on the Patreon. I'll try to answer a few more questions here and then hop over there. Snowwalkers, what's up, Joe's from London? What's the proper way to stick the board archive stickers? So they're like transfer stickers, I think, you know, on the top sheet of your snowboard or on your vehicle or like glass surfaces, any really smooth surface that's gonna do well. So what I would do is kind of stick it onto the surface after you've peeled that back layer off, kind of on the top of the sticker, and then rub your fingers all the way down to make sure you get it solid on there and hopefully not have any bubbles under the sticker, and then pull it from one corner really slowly down to the opposite corner, and that should come off clean, man. But thanks for the support and grabbing stickers. Yeah, more stickers on the way. Reds cap, TJ, hope to see you and Kevin this December in Whistler. Awesome, man. Yeah, I think we should be around that time, so it'd be great to see you. Definitely keep in touch. Leffe, I'm going to call you Leffe007. You guys should come ride in Saskatchewan. Maybe, man. Yeah, that would be cool. Alan coming in with some sticker advice. Probably clean the surface first with rubbing alcohol. Definitely clean the surface first if you can. Rubbing alcohol would probably be the best way to go. But even if you just wipe it down and make sure it dries before you stick the sticker, that's definitely something to consider. Thanks for the input, Alan. Reds, yes. So it is currently out of stock. The stickers are going to be listed as out of stock right now, but in about 2 hours, they're going to be fully restocked. We'll have over 100 available, black and white available. So definitely would be really stoked if you guys check that out today. Rookie Paintballer, the other day was my birthday. Happy belated birthday, man. And I just ordered the Capita Horoscope thanks to your review. That's amazing, man. Thank you. I think you're going to enjoy that board a lot. I like the horoscope a lot. I know Kevin just picked up a horoscope and he's been really liking it. So good choice, man. Awesome, guys. So I just want to say thank you to everyone that did a super chat here today. Alan, Andre, Snowboard Life, John, Wayne. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate the support. Definitely helps keep us going through the summer. And yeah, it's just been great hanging out with you guys. Thank all of you for all the great questions as well. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call it here for the live stream today. If you guys want to keep hanging out, we'll be over on Patreon. Again, I got a link in the description if you want to check that out. Check out Kevin's as well. Hit us up on Instagram if you got any questions or you're trying to keep in touch, see behind the scenes. And I hope to see some of you on Patreon right now. I'll be on there in just about 5 minutes. Thank you guys again for being here. Hope you guys have a great week. Take care, guys.